Hey man. Hey man, come on, you gotta wake up. Hey man, wake up. Jury duty first timers need your help.
Jury duty first timers?
Hey man, court case coming up. You need to tell the jury the stuff. You know the stuff.
Oh my god. You're right. They need to know about the stuff. They need to know about how approximately 4,500 wrongful convictions occur yearly through mistaken eyewitness identification. Oh my god, they gotta know about this. And more! Jesus Christ. Oh my god. So, you want to learn about how reliable memory is or isn't in the courtroom? Well, let's get this started. The issue of wrongful convictions due to false memories and incorrect eyewitness statement accounts is a prevalent issue in Arizona. This, well, it has...
Hey, what's that on your shirt?
Oh, that? Well, mistaken eyewitness identifications contributed to approximately 70% of the more than 350 wrongful convictions in the United States overturned by post-conviction DNA evidence. Wow, that's wild. Most individuals who receive an exoneration from court, which means they were found guilty but later proven to be innocent, removing them from all their charges of guilt. So this means that the original conviction of guilty was wrong. And that original conviction was due to false eyewitness memory. Oh, that? Well, how about we look into the psychology side of memory? Come on, let's go. Psychology? Interesting. Through hundreds of laboratory and field experiments, psychologists have identified factors at the encoding, storage, and retrieval stages of memory that reliably influence identification accuracy. This influence is for the worst. Memory, as proven by, well, at least studied, by mainly psychologists. Redo. Fuck. Neuroscience research also indicates that memory is a reconstructive process that is susceptible to distortion. In the courtroom, every minor distortion can have severe consequences. I believe it is important that courts recognize this. Many jurors don't know the extent of which memory can be manipulated. It's not just a psychological thing, it's a neurological thing in our brain that makes memory, well, not as reliable as a court may think. Not only is there psychological and neurological research showing that memory isn't as reliable as we think, there's also the sociological perspective on that. There are many sociological factors such as, well, the fact that court cases take place with the testimony being under an oath, that only the truth will be told. The administration of an oath is partially responsible for the wrong valuation of the evidence. We are too easily inclined to confuse the idea of truth in a subjective and in an objective sense. This means that because the courtroom is under the idea or the philosophy that you're telling the truth. Only the truth is going to come out during a testimony. People are going to naturally be inclined to believe an eyewitness's or any other witness's testimony. It's a sort of sociological principle that if you're in an area of higher power, you're going to be inclined to believe that everyone else is under that jurisdiction, that everyone else is under that same mindset, that in a courtroom they're only telling the truth, and that the truth is, not wrong. The social pressure from being in a court case also contributes to the unreliability of memory. Mistaken eyewitnesses are often highly convincing because they are so sincere and persuasive, even though they are wrong. Witnesses can be very susceptible to suggestions or pressure by the police. As a result, some eyewitness testimony may not be as reliable. What can we take from this? Well, based off research shown from sociologists, there's a pressure on people giving testimony that can influence what they remember. It is an issue that courtrooms place such high value on eyewitness statements when most courts are unaware of the fallacies in memory. Most courts are unaware that memory itself is, unreliable. It's not stone cold. It's not a video recording. It's not physical evidence that we can access to and see. It's suspect to change. There are many sociological and psychological factors that influence memory. Memory is in itself limited. It's not perfect. It will never be perfect. A person who is mistakenly identified by a crime victim or a witness cannot recover from civil damages from either. Yet, eyewitness accounts continue to provide the foundation and sometimes the only basis for many prosecutors, and errors continue to be made to this day. Cut. My goal here is not to cause some political reform on the judicial system. No. My intention from this research is to have a jury, and juries in general, be more informed. I want people of the jury to understand how memory is, how reliable it is or isn't, the extent of how reliable memory can be. It's up to the jury to decide a person's fate, and a jury should be well informed going into a court case.